This preview brought to you by Harness Racing Victoria.
An unbelievably good harness racing meeting at Melton. Saturday, February the 16th, one of the best meetings we've ever seen, and I think it even rivals and may even be better than the recently concluded Hunter Cup meeting with an Inter-Dominion heat, the main race on the program and some other ripper races. Let's get into it. Race 1 on the program is a mobile trotters race for the lower grade trotters, and we're tipping here number 9. Tender Ho, who has been very good in recent times, won 3 on end, including heat and final of the Central Victorian Trotters Championship, where it was very strong, and a mobile at Maryborough last time, just to prove that it's back into its best mobile form as well. Very nice horse in this Jeff Webster team, which is low flying at the moment. Number 9, Tender Ho, to beat number 2, Catmandoni, who is coming off back-to-back wins at Melton and Kilmore. It's a good mobile horse, and it's got plenty of early speed. We'll certainly use this barrier. Third pick in the race, number 11, Kai Valley Rap. Second at Kilmore to Catmandoni last time after Catmandoni dive-bombed it, taking the trail on it. A little bit harder here for Kai Valley Rap from near the outside of the second line, but it's in with an each-way chance. And 8 Sir Pegasus is on the improve. 9, 2, 11 and 8 in race 1. Race 2, the Glenferrie Farm Sapling Stakes for the 2-year-old colts and geldings, and we see a couple of very good 2-year-olds going around here. And number 6, Yankee Rockstar, who is my top pick. Emma Stewart trains this colt. She's got a great record with these young horses, and this just continues the line. Back-to-back wins at its only 2 runs, including its last start, Melton victory, where it finished off in 56.5, which is just about unheard of for a 2-year-old at this stage of the season. So 6 Yankee Rockstar, but Adam Cartwright's been very good in recent times too. He's been beaten a couple of times. He's only been beaten 3 times, and 2 of those by Yankee Rockstar from his 5 starts. He comes off seconds to Yankee Rockstar, good seconds, and a last start win at Globe Derby last week, where he just donkey licked them, won by about 30 metres and was running right away. Number 2, Presidential Secret, is a very well-bred Mark Thompson trained gelding, drawn barrier 2, trial well related. Third pick, number 4, Gowan Bray, was heavily supported to beat Yankee Rockstar here last time. It failed, but it wasn't disgraced and will be improved by that run at its first outing. 6, 9, 2 and 4 in the Sapling Stakes. Race 3 on the program, the Ladyship Cup, and we see virtually a rerun of last week's race, the Angelique, where Pembroke Seas was able to lead all the way in that, and I think it'll lead all the way again here. Last week came from gate 3 to find the lead. This time barrier 1 it'll be straight in front, and this time it's over the shorter journey, so there's less time for the others to run it down. So 1, Pembroke Caesar, who has only been beaten once since coming to Australia and was a gallant second in a good race in the other race that it contested. Second pick in the race, number 9, Broadway's Best, will be much improved by its second last week. That was its first run since last August, and that was a good second at Pembroke Caesar, where it worked hard and wide in the last lap. And it gets a good trailing draw too. It'll be just off them when they settle. For third, number 5, Bella's Delight. I thought slightly disappointing last week. We tipped it last week. It went round, sat in the breeze, and only battled in the home straight, but it's still got a good chance. She's a lovely mare. And fourth pick, number 7, Blue Collar Tiger Pie, who was outstanding, winning last time at Menangle, coming from near last. I would have tipped it much higher in the pecking order, even on top, if it had drawn well, but it draws the dreaded widest alley. 1, 9, 5 and 7 in race 3. Race 4, the Hot to Trot 4-year-old Bonanza, Group 3. What a sensational clash this is going to be between Australia's best in Restrepo, number 2, and New Zealand's best in number 11, Smolder. I'm going with Restrepo because of the barrier. It's drawn barrier 2. Ran an Australian record from the stand of 156.9 clocking from the stand last time to win the Central Victorian Championship final at Charlton. He's just a superstar in the making, this bloke, if he's not already there. He's won 11 of his 14 starts and he's got the good alley. 11, Smolder. Superlatives aren't enough. He ran 52 winning a harness duels race late last season. He ran 52.6 here, winning at his latest run a fortnight ago, sitting 3 wide for most of the way, but he's going to have to do it tough in probably a stronger race this time. But he's right there with the favourite. Number 1, Metro Mike, a stablemate of Restrepo, can take advantage of a speed duel if it eventuates between the other pair. He was very good when second to I'm Causing Terror here last week. And fourth pick, number 4, Keyang Steam, was also a nice horse, shooting for a hat-trick, but may have to be content with place money against these superstars of the harness industry. 2, 11, 1 and 4 in race 4. Race 5, the Caduceus Club Cup, sees a lot of horses returning after Derby campaigns, guaranteed. The hard luck story, I guess, in the final where he made a mistake at about the 500 metre mark. That cost him victory. He came back and was only beaten 2 metres. He does go to the extreme of the second line, so he's going to have to work, but he's a great stayer, number 10 guaranteed. Number 8, Lenny the Shark, also luckless in the Derby after winning a heat. He ran his last mile in 1:54 and a piece and did make good late ground off a wide last lap trail. This time, a good trailing draw. He might be 3 back to pegs, but he can really fly if he gets clear in time. 5, Macca, super in the Derby final, 3 wide most of the way, ran 6th and won his previous 3, including a heat win of the Victoria Derby. And number 1, 4th pick, Kiang Stars, last up winner at Geelong, was a nice effort after being totally luckless in Derby races. 10, 8, 5 and 1 in the 5th race, the Caduceus Club Cup. Race 6, the one we've been waiting for, the all-important Inter-Dominion Heat 3, a Group 2 race, and it's going to be a real interesting one because the first 3 qualify here, and there's probably 4 or 5 horses that are worthy of inclusion in that final in a fortnight's time at Tabcorp Park, Menangle. Tipping number 4, Caribbean Blaster. He's been under a bit of a cloud in recent times since he's a terrific third in the Hunter Cup when caught wide, and also, of course, we can't forget his Victoria Cup win earlier this season and South Australian Cup second to Smoking Up. Under a cloud through a few problems, but Andy Gath said he's back and he wouldn't be racing unless he was 100%. Second pick in the race, number 7, Bit of Bliss. Well, the wheels fell off after winning the Kilmore Cup and the Legends, but don't worry about its last 3 runs. They were below par. He had no luck, absolutely no luck, and probably would have won the race with a clear run in the Hunter Cup last time. He didn't opt to use the inside run, which Pub Blitz did. It got it into 3rd place. Bit of a Bliss, a really good horse. It's got a great chance here. The small field mitigates against, will help it with the wide draw. 3rd pick, number 8, Smoking Up. Where's he going to be? He's a front of the field horse. He's got to be taking them on. He's drawn the inside of the second line. Lance pokes up on the inside. He might be in trouble. I think he can poke up between them because he's behind 2 fast beginners in Kiang Cullen and Lone Star Legend. Get off the pegs and find his favourite spot in the breeze. Has to run a place to qualify for the final, although I think a 4th would be good enough to get him in with that wild card looming for horses that are good enough that don't quite make it. Number 1, Kiang Cullen's been a big improver of late. Don't know whether he's up to winning this, but he's going to run a bold race from this good alley. Number 1, 4, 7, 8 and 1 in the Inter-Dominion Heat 3. Race 7 on the program, a very open affair, the most open of the night, and we're tipping here number 2, Hall of Famer. This is our second special of the night, Pembroke Caesar being the earlier one. Hall of Famer, it's going to be a bit of value, marked at around about $5. This is its latest run at Melton, where it raced around, sat in the breeze outside the leader and fought on very strongly in the home straight. It was only in the last few metres that Kiang's team was able to battle back and beat it. This time for mine, straight in front, very hard to run down. Second pick, number 3, National Service. It ran 3rd at Terang in the Terang Cup last time. Sorry, ran 4th, flying home at the finish after a very good win there and a win on this circuit. It's in career best form, number 3, National Service. 3rd pick in the race, number 12, Our Blackbird. It ran 6th in the Hunter Cup at its latest run, so a huge class drop for it, and it was totally luckless and a good effort, but it does draw barrier 12. That worries me a little. In the right position at the right time and can win the race, though. Number 1, Smudge Bromack might get a nice soft trail behind Hall of Famer. 2, 3, 12 and 1 in race 7. Race 8, the EB Cochrane Trotters Cup, and we see the reappearance in Australia of the superstar I Can Do's it, the superstar Kiwi. He's been beaten at his last two. He hasn't been quite at his peak, but he has been beaten by very good horses a very good horse in the name of Stig. He'll bounce back here. He's had a bit of time off. He trialled well here recently. He's been here for about a month, and Mark Purden has deemed to give him a nice long build-up because there's some big races coming up, this being the first of them. 6, I think, clearly to beat number 4, I Didn't Do It, the Australian star, probably the best of the Australians. He made a dead heat with I Didn't Do It in a Inter-Dominion heat about this time last year, and then I Can Do's it rather went on and won something like about 18 in a row after that. So he's right up to beating I Can Do's it with a soft trip in front. 3rd pick, number 5, Mr. Zion, was so good winning the Trotters Championship last time. Back to the mobile this time, but is racing in career best form as well, this dual-gated superstar. And 4th pick, number 11, Sundon's Gift. Looked like he was halfway back last time, first up for a year when running second in My Escapee under free-for-all conditions here recently. 6, 4, 5 and 11 in race 8. Race 9 on the card, 11 on top here, best deal yet. An outstanding Mark Purdon trained 4-year-old. As a 3-year-old last season, he won the Gold Coast, the Premier's Cup at the Gold Coast Derby and the Queensland Derby in his last 3 runs before going for a spell. He's trialled well for his return. The only worry here is the awkward alley over the sprint journey, but class should pull him through. Second pick, number 8, Kiyang Rustler. Only had 1 run from a spell where it was a creditable second in national service at Terang. Nice horse, looks nicely suited from the trailing draw behind number 1, the likely leader, Spot 9, who was just hammered in the lead, I think unfairly, at Maryborough last time, and he battled back very strongly to be only beaten 4 metres in a race where they suicided. He's got a good each-way chance from the pole, and 3, Uncle Wingnut, comes down from the north of Victoria with a very good chance on its last up Mildura victory in Strongfield, and an Odeon Cup third before that. 11, 8, 1 and 3 in the penultimate, and the last race on the card, a 10-race card that's just chock full of ability. Number 2, our Dollywood in this Trotters race. Outside our Dollywood, you could throw a blanket open. There's nothing between their chances, but our Dollywood comes up a very good, come from miles back, 3rd in the final of the Australasian Trotters Championship last time to Mr. Zion. Drawn barrier 2, she's got gate speed, and it's only 1722 on top to beat number 1, Love You Good Boy. Good win here last week. If it can grab a trial behind our Dollywood, we'll be using the sprint lane to effect. 6, Icy Earls, much better than its last couple of runs would suggest. They've been okay runs anyway, and the mobile suits. And number 5, Earl Harbour, a huge improvement in recent times, comes off a Terang Trotters Cup win last weekend. 2, 1, 6 and 5 to finish off. Best bet on the program, race 3, number 1, Pembroke Caesar. That's the absolute best bet. The other good value bet and best bet is race 7, number 2, Hall of Fame. The Roughie, race 8, number 7, Aleppo Midas in the Trotters race. And the Quaddie, 1, 2 and 11, into 1, 2, 5, 8 and 10, into 4, 7 and 8, into 1, 2, 3, 6, 10 and 12. 1, 2, 11, 1, 2, 5, 8 and 10, 4, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 6, 10 and 12. $135 gets you 50% of that dividend. If you want to go smaller, you can take a smaller percentage. Whichever way, let's hope we come out a winner. That's a great meeting of harness racing at Melton.
This preview brought to you by Harness Racing Victoria.